Hello YouTube. Yay, my second video for today. This time I'm going to discuss a few problems that I have with DHS, or Department of Children's Services. In some states it's not the same thing, but here in Oklahoma it is. I have a neighbor that on several occasions, my sister-in-law and I have seen her let her 4-year-old son play in the road while she is either inside in the backyard or just not paying attention to him. In fact, my sister-in-law has almost hit him on one occasion. On another occasion, this little boy was completely naked outside playing with gasoline, and she was inside. Her older son acts out because she is a blatant drunk, and he has also announced that during an argument that they had while he was standing in the street and she was in the front yard. On another occasion, the 12-year-old also cut his wrist outside while she called the cops and then egged him on. And on one occasion they got into an argument and the older son ran inside. She followed and we heard screams come from a 12-year-old boy that should only be heard from a 3-year-old little girl. Of which a 3-year-old shouldn't be screaming unless they're playing. But, and then after the screaming stopped, my sister-in-law went inside, but I saw the entire side of the house shake, starting at the door. And from the looks of it, it was almost surely her throwing him into the door. I'm not making any, definite accusations because I didn't actually see that. But my sister-in-law and I have both called DHS for the little boy playing in the road and for him playing with gasoline while naked outside. And DHS did nothing because we had no proof or videotape, no camera, no pictures, no video. But at the same time, it's illegal to take pictures of someone without their permission. And especially to take a photo of a child playing outside naked. Granted, it would be for evidential purposes. It would still be seen as we were taking a picture of a child naked. That's child porn. Why is it that when more than one person calls with almost the same story or stories of obvious child, neglect or abuse, then they do nothing? But if my house is just a little bit dirty, or the DHS worker or child services worker just doesn't like me because, I'm on Medicaid because I'm handicapped and without, annual doctor's visits, I could very well die. And I have no earthly way of paying for it because I am handicapped. But because of that, my kids are on Senior Care, of which is the same, pretty much, insurance. And they have to get checked. So, if that DHS worker doesn't like me, she can yank my kids. If my house is just a little bit dirty, she can yank my kids. But, with there no, clear signs of abuse, but when there are and people have called it in, they still do nothing. And I'm pretty much talking out my ass at this point. I did have it wrote down, but I'm not going off of that anymore. But it's aggravating, and if you have any insight as to why they ignore, child abuse or child neglect, and then, you know, take people's kids away that, oh my God, they have a few pieces of trash on the floor, or they have a plate still in the living room from yesterday. But if you can explain to me why that is or how it would make sense, please reply. Or if you just have, you know, a DHS nightmare story like the one I just told you of your own, please share it. Mary Part.